All right, what's up, people? I just wanted to make sure that I know y'all probably some people probably upset with me for wearing the same shirt. I know. I do it for a reason. It's various reasons that I do it. You know what I'm saying? Because the main purpose I want people to get the message and not exactly the clothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for a reason. It's a lot of stuff that I want to like talk about. We live in a different world. We're not living in the same world as we was back. I say as far as the early 2000s, it's a little bit different from compared to 10 years ago. It's very different. We're living in a whole different society. From it's like we in a whole different like everything is new. Just like today, the internet age, we living in that new age. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Christianity, people was it was normal to go to for people to like go into the church and stuff like that. But now, which is a good thing, we living in the time where we right now we have the internet age. Anybody can get on here and basically speak and turn on their cameras and basically it's like everybody's on TV. Everybody is in a position to where but it depends on what you're talking about. If you are a person, you don't, it's like you have a lot of people who's beefing with each other on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But if you come on here with the word of God, the God of Yahushua, you tell people that that our people is the real Hebrews and things of that nature. When you come with stuff like that, really your channel is not going to blow up like that. Because it seems like to me that people appreciate you. And yeah, this is what I can talk about. It seems like when you honest, and I'm telling you something that I'm experiencing. It seems like when you honest, you don't take nothing from nobody. But when I say take something from them, I mean like literally stealing, like literally, like people can't trust you. They can't put their money around you. They can't do this or they can't do that. If you're the type of person, if you just by yourself and you just mind your own business, you in the Bible, you don't bother nobody, you respectfully try to you want a marriage, you want this and that and the third. Anything that's dealing with something righteous, people don't appreciate it. They just don't. Everything is all about wrong now. It's like people honor you more when you actually into wrong shit. But when you see stuff that's not really what it should be, everybody hates it. I see it every day. Our people don't want to have nothing to do with the Bible. Our people don't want to have nothing to do with nothing righteous. It's like everybody wants to, and when you tell them about Esau, the so-called white man, oh, especially don't talk about their enemy. When you start talking about their enemy and stuff like that, man, people ain't trying to. They look at you crazy. They look at you stupid. Like you don't get the hell away from me. Like it's just crazy. Everybody wants you. Got to be a certain type of way. You got to dress a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying? You got to be bothered with people telling you, "Oh, if you don't dress, you got to look this way to get this person." Maybe that's why a lot of our women and then got themselves involved with dudes that ain't worth a damn. You see what I'm saying? But the dude that's worth a damn, the dude that stated himself, don't bother nobody, willing to teach the sister the commandments, laws, and statutes, and willing to be a husband to the woman. The woman don't want to have nothing to do with that. You see what I'm saying? It seems like they want the man that's in jail. You know, these women. It's like they want it's almost like they want pedophiles and child molesters and it's just when you doing right when you doing the right thing and stuff like that when you just stick to yourself Whether you treat yourself or not, people still gonna judge. If you with somebody, they still gonna judge. If you just trying to live right and do right is hard. You get a bad, because when you're trying to live right, even when you're trying to be careful with your words, people look at you and say, why in the hell did he say that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter either way it go, no matter which way you turn, you still gonna have people that's going to they don't appreciate. It's almost like people don't appreciate a righteous brother. They don't appreciate it. When like, for example, and it's sad, you can leave your money. That person can leave their money around you. They can leave whatever it is that they want around you. Lay it right there. Know they can trust you and with their money and stuff. As far as stealing and stuff, it seems like they will distance themselves from that person, and you be like, damn, what the hell did I do wrong? I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm living right. I'm lifting up the word of Yahushua. I'm doing all those things. I'm not doing nothing wrong. You see what I'm saying? Nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You walking innocent as you know how. You're walking righteous as you know how with the Bible. You're walking righteous. You're just doing it and you're doing it and you're doing it. And now you got all of a sudden you got people just gonna look at you evil for no damn reason. This is crazy, man. This is you know what I'm saying? And then when you address the problem, it don't mean that I hate nobody. I don't hate my brothers and my sisters at all. I don't hate my brothers and my sisters. I just don't like the shit that's going down in our community. You see what I'm saying? Like what else? You don't want to be around gossipers. If they know you don't want to be around gossipers and you talk against gossipers like women, they gossip a lot. And then when you separate yourself from them and talk about how terrible they is or speaking the truth, then they get mad with you, you know. But in the Bible, didn't God say there's a righteous anger? God destroyed people out of a righteous anger. It was a righteous anger. He killed people. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you can't. We living in a day and age to where they raising their kids. If you get on them, if you try to teach them how to be teach them the right way. You don't teach them to go against the laws and like, hey, I got standards and stuff like that. They gonna hate you. It's just crazy, man. Um, our people been programmed and conditioned is to think that way. And then when you try to correct them, they don't want to hear it. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to hear. They don't want to have nothing to do with what you're saying. If it has something to do with righteousness, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to have nothing to do with it, you know? But they'll support everything that Esau has done. Like, for example, this Buffalo shooting. You don't hardly hear that much about this Buffalo shooting. If that had been a so-called black people going around doing all that crazy stuff, all that dirt that the so-called white man do, and the white woman, every white woman and child that does that, everybody be talking about how they need to go. This man need to die. He need to be killed before he go around and do stuff like this anymore and stuff like that. It's just crazy out here. Everything is just no matter what you do. I remember they had this older lady a long time ago. I used to talk to this long. I was in my 20s. She was 92 years old. She said, people was telling me about my hair, which I do agree with fixing up and looking better, trying to look better and stuff. And I said, well, people always tell me that uh, I don't look right. You see what I'm saying? It don't look good. And then she said, well, I learned, well, she said, don't get caught up into that. She was on her bed. You know what I'm saying? Her name was Miss Linda McGon. I remember that lady's name. She used to be at the nursing home and stuff. And when I would talk to that person, she she'd say, well, you got to understand one thing, you can't please everybody. So I felt like at that time that woman really lived her life, and that's how I looked at it, and I never forgot it. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody was telling me that oh, you would look good like this, and you would look, which is, I'm not against looking nice, and I'm not against that at all. No, I want y'all to know, I'm not against it. You're supposed to, do everything's supposed to be done decent and all. That's what the word law means. It simply means order, you know. So she was on. I remember this lady told me. She said, "You can't please everybody, so you wasting time." That's what she was telling me. I said, "Well, you're right about that. You can't satisfy everybody. You know." So she done been, she been there. That lady died some years ago too. Yeah. She was in the Seventh Day Adventist Church years ago, like the early part of when I first joined. I was like 17 years old when I joined the Adventist Church. And I remember seeing that woman. That's when I was actually the early part of my life when I was dedicated into the Seventh Day Adventist Church. You see what I'm saying? I was actually into it. So that stayed with me and it still stays with me to this day. You cannot satisfy everybody. And that ain't no lie. You can't do it. You can't please everybody because you can do everything that this person wants you to do, no matter if you live in righteous or you live in wicked. They don't care nothing about that. They don't care nothing about their nationality. You walk out there and go to telling people about their nationality, especially our women of color. They're gonna look at you stupid and be ready to walk past by you, just like and then and if you go in too much, they're gonna say you're harassing. Yeah, yeah, man. So I'm gonna get up out of here and I'm gonna come back at y'all a bit later. But I'm gonna talk some more on this topic. But our people, man, they don't appreciate nothing righteous. You know. Yeah. So all right, I'm up out of here. I'm gonna cut it off while I don't want to fall asleep on my live. All right.